Today is the beginning of something very special, my Valheim Forever world. No resets or do-overs, just one world that will evolve over time. Every build, every death, every adventure, all will leave its mark. And to track and honor that, we're going to build a cemetery to remember each death, an exploration museum to chronicle the biomes we've conquered, and so much more. I've made tons of Valheim videos on many different worlds, but I've never really had one world I could truly call home, and this made me kinda sad. And so today we're going to change that, starting a world that I can enjoy for the rest of my life. I'm going to start my Valheim Forever world. Now, as we fly in, I have to say I'm really excited to get started. But what will my first project be? Well, I'd like to make a Viking village in the meadows near a black forest, so finding a location for that is our first task. Exploring the starter island whilst gathering some basic resources, I eventually came to an area that is perfect for our base. We have a clearing in the forest here with an abandoned village that we can restore. It's in close proximity to a black forest and an ocean for later exploration. However, in order to upgrade this village, we're going to need better resources, and that will require better tools. So I killed Eikthyr a couple of times because I would like a trophy at my base as well. And now it's time to explore the Black Forest. We're looking for blueberries, thistles, carrot seeds, copper, tin, and trolls. All of these things will allow us to gear up so we can fight, build, and gather much faster. Okay, we just found some more blueberries here, and I already have some on me, which is great because we can start eating them. I always like to go stamina heavy when it's the foods for the early part of the Black Forest exploration, and that's because we're really looking for a troll. I like to fight the trolls early on and get ourselves some better armor. So for that, I kind of just run away from them and use the bow shots on them a lot. So obviously stamina is really good for that. Now I know that a club is better against skeletons, but in general, I do prefer using the knife. So we've got an upgraded flint knife here, level 3, as you guys can see. And that's really awesome against the grey doors, which are the biggest pain as far as I'm concerned. So that's always my choice of weapon when we first come into the Black Forest. All right, next up we have a burial chamber, and it's actually not the first one I found. It's the second, so that's pretty good though to have a couple of those because we're going to want to explore those fairly soon. Also, we have some thistles around here. So thistles are something that I'm more getting in preparation for later. For example, they're good for the sausages once we get to the swamp and stuff like that. But it's still good to find them at this stage and start to stock up ahead of time. As you can see just through these trees, an absolutely awesome find. We have our carrot seeds. So that's super useful. Obviously, just finding those few seeds there. Let's see, how many did we get? Is it 3? Yeah. So from those 3 seeds, we can make, well, an infinite carrot farm if we really want to. But that's super helpful at this stage of the game. So pretty pleased to find those so quickly. Well, I didn't think it would happen this quickly, guys. I was hiding behind a rock from some skeletons and I died. Yeah, it's a pretty poor way to die for someone that's got over 2,000 hours of playing this game, but there you go. Okay, so we are back in our base with absolutely nothing. Let's see, I think I've got a few basic resources in here. What I want to make up is, let's make up a hammer, because I'm going to start tracking my deaths. We're not going to be able to make that cemetery that we want to make just yet because we need better materials for that. But we do have some signs here. So if I take this down, I'll get the materials there where I can actually make my own sign. And for now, I just need to keep a record of it somewhere. So let's see right here. Let's go into furniture and let's place a sign. So I'll put today's date, 2207. This is the English way, I guess, not American date. And died to skeleton bow. There we go. So I'm just making this for now, and eventually we'll have a proper kind of tribute to each death in the game. But for now, I guess I better go and get my dead body, which, let's see, it's actually just here. I kind of circled around a long way, because as you can see, it's not too far away. But yes, it's more painful in terms of the embarrassment than anything else. Now, I'm just thinking as well, we could try and keep all of our graves. I say that as a 1-star skeleton's coming after me. These are the 2 that I died to, so yeah, I was gonna like take everything out of the graves that I could, apart from like 1 item, and keep it there. But first, I guess I have to try and lose these guys. Okay, I'm thinking if we run up here and do this, yeah, we're just gonna get all of our items back anyway, aren't we? So the grave's gonna go. That's okay. It's still gonna be on our mini map, so we can leave it there. And maybe in the future, what I'll do is go around to these and just build my own little grave sites for each one. But yeah, for now, I'm just trying to get out of here alive. Okay, at risk of getting 2 deaths pretty close together, we do have a troll over here that I want to fight, although I'm just realizing there's a couple of grey doors here. Let's take care of these guys first. Alrighty, with those grey doors gone, let's go ahead and go for this troll. We're going to go for a headshot, see if we can get that. Also, we want to make sure we've got our Eikthyr involved here so that we can run around a bit quicker. And luckily, we've got our upgraded bow and the fire arrows, so we do a reasonable amount of damage to a 1-star troll each time we hit, as long as we do actually hit instead of missing like that. So hopefully we can get ourselves a bit of troll armor pretty soon here. Oh, come on. Oh, I ran out of stamina. I got a bit unlucky. The boar started to attack me at the same time, so yeah, like honestly, I didn't think I would die in episode 1. I guess I was kind of wrong with that. All right, here goes our second death run. Yeah, honestly, I thought we could maybe get quite a way into the series before I died at all, and you know, just have it as like a bit of a challenge to see how long it would take. But I should have known better. It is me after all. Oh boy, now where's that troll? All right, let's grab all of our things back. There we go. Let's just ignore our awful dead body right there. And oh, there's the troll. Now, hopefully he's still damaged, right? Like I think he should be. Let's get a shot off at him. I think that was a headshot, which is pretty good. I don't think, yeah, so it shouldn't be healed in that amount of time. This is the boar. Let's go and kill these as well, because these are the guys that basically cost us our life there. But the good news is we've got the troll stuff right now, so let's go all of that up. Yeah, there we go. Trophies and troll leather and all that stuff. So, yeah, we can at least upgrade ourselves a little bit now. And we will also add this to the wall of shame over here. Troll / boar, I think, is a fair representation of that death. So, yeah, we'll add a proper death stone for that in our eventual graveyard. Unfortunately, we already have 2 to add to it. Hopefully that doesn't get too much higher. So this right here is actually the only copper deposit I found in this whole black forest area that you see right here. So yeah, I mean, it's not too bad though. It's enough to be getting on with. I was a little worried at the start that I wouldn't find a single one. So we're going to get all this now and then go back with it once our inventory is full. And then we'll get some tin as well. And before we know it, we'll be in the Bronze Age, which is obviously quite a big progression. Anyway, now that's done, we can head to the Black Forest and we're going to go do some burial chambers. So this is the food that I've gone for. Mostly stamina, but I do want to have a little bit of health. Sometimes in those burial chambers, you can get a bit overwhelmed with mobs in a close quarters area. And stamina is not as useful then. It's better to have the extra health, because obviously that gives you better blocking as well. Then I went for a club because it's mostly skeletons that we have to deal with, and the club is better against them, so I upgraded that as well. And we've got our stag breaker, which is obviously super useful. I'll keep the knife on me because there might be grade-offs in between burial chambers or on the way and stuff. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, let's go have a look, see what cores we can get. Obviously, that's the point, that then we can smelt down and process the metals that we've been mining and make a real progression then into the Bronze Age. So we're about to head inside our first burial chamber, and I think I'll have the stag breaker on me just in case there's a lot of mobs inside here, like just inside the door. So let's go in and see what's going on. Oh yeah, there are a few. Oh, one of them's got a bow. Okay, that's never good. You know what, let's quickly switch to our club, and hopefully, yeah, we can take the bow guy down. All right. Oh, wow, there's a second bow guy. Oh, okay. Let's see, I can do with my shield right now. But we can block like, oh, a dodge for the most part like that. And, okay, that's him dealt with. Man, this is like the busiest entrance I've ever dealt with in a burial chambers. I think they're all done now, though. Let's have a little explore. Oh, jeez, I didn't realize there's a skeleton there. Oh, okay. That skeleton was really damaged as well. So that must have been one that I was fighting earlier and left. My goodness. Anyway, as you can see, we are now over here. We're about to get the Elder location. So I thought I'd show this and let's find out together how far the Elder is. And actually, that's really good. Yeah, okay, so there's our start island. It's going to be a shortish boat ride, hopefully, over to the Elder. As long as it's not through, like, a plains or something, we should be all right. So that's pretty good. We're in the second burial chamber now, by the way. And I'll just show you guys as well all the other loot that we've got, including 6 cores. So that's pretty good. I'd love to find 4 more so that we have 10. But I'm still pretty happy with what we have. So I said I'd really like to find 10 cores. And as you can see, we have 9. But then I was like, I'll just have one last look through this burial chamber. I thought I'd done it all. And I was about to leave, and literally I was like, I'll try in here. And look at this. We have that one there for number 10. That's really awesome, because now we can have the 2 at the same time. So basically, we can make up our kiln and our smelter at the same time, rather than having to keep swapping them over. So it just speeds up the early game a little bit by having that. Well, it had to happen at some point, guys. I have died to a tree. Yeah, I should have known this was coming. I'll go and add it to the wall. Well, as you can see, I have been fairly busy getting a bit of building done to improve our base, so I thought it was probably time to do a bit of a tour. So this right here is going to be our new storage building, and I will say that at the moment, a lot of my building options are fairly limited because we haven't yet unlocked bronze. I'm going to be doing that soon, smelting things down, but until we do that, we can't really do as much decoration, so a lot of this will change. Also, like in this storage room, for example, I want to have this maybe 3 or 4 layers high rather than just the 1 high on either side as it is right now. But I'd really like to defeat the Elder first and use my bronze axe in conjunction with the Elder ability so that we can get the wood a lot faster. Because at the moment I'm just using a level 1 stone axe to get all of the wood you see for the buildings here. And yeah, as you can imagine, that takes quite a long time. It's not super fun. So this will be our little smelting area with some storage for that over here. In here where we've got the bees, we're going to have the farms. We'll have a carrot farm in here. Obviously, we need to unlock the cultivator for that. This fence was just already part of the village, so I just decided to keep it here. Maybe we can think of something to use that for. But through here is going to be our workstation area. So obviously crafting bench here. We're going to have the forge over here and the space around it to put all their improvements. Then we got all of our cooking that will go on over here with space for the cauldron and also space over here so that we can make up potions. And then we'll put a mead kettle down here as well once we've got these big fermenters in place. So yeah, I think that's just about it. Boar pen is going to be going in here. And then eventually I want to build a big wall around the outside. But again, this wall will be one of these stake walls, and at 4 wood every time we build just one of these pieces, we're going to need a lot of wood. So again, I'm waiting for the Elder ability before I do that. So now for the fun bit though, let's go ahead and start smelting down some copper and some tin. So we'll grab all of these, and then I guess I need like 5 of you. We've already got a little bit of coal. I already decided to get started with that. But it'll be really nice actually to start getting into the Bronze Age properly. So I set up this work area here so we could smelt things down a bit faster. It doesn't look great right now, I know we'll change it, but it was just to be functional. With that done though, we now have plenty of copper and tin smelted up. As you can see, we've got a forge made up over here. Also started to make up the cauldron. So we've got over here some Queen's Jam, which is probably my favorite early game food. Just love all the stamina you get from that and stuff. But now we can do something really exciting, which is get officially into the Bronze Age by making up bronze right here. And the first thing I want to do is make up some bronze nails so that we can unlock the cart. So with the cart unlocked, we can go ahead and make one up, and I'm going to make it up just down here. And that means, of course, then we can load all of our heavy things inside here from where we've been smelting them down and take them over to the work area. So yeah, getting the cart is just such a useful thing in the early game. Let's grab that one. And I've kind of made some little paths here to make it easy enough to get around. Again, this is just our first base. Obviously, this isn't like the end game base. It's just something to get us started. Now, the next thing I really want to make is a bronze axe, because as you can see, this base has taken quite a lot of wood already, and doing all that with a stone axe has been really awful. So let's grab out all of our bronze here, and we should have materials right there. There we go. So this is going to make things so much faster, and I'm so glad to have this. And the other really cool thing about getting the bronze axe, of course, is we can get these birch trees cut down, and we can get ourselves some fine wood, which obviously unlocks a ton of new recipes, both for better weapons like the fine wood bow and also some extra decorational things as well. So here we go, should be about to pick up our first fine wood. Look at that, all of those recipes that we've unlocked there. Really, really cool. The fine wood bow in particular is something that I want, because if we're going to take on the Elder soon, which I do want to do, so again we can speed up that wood collection, the fine wood bow really helps in that fight. My plan now is to transfer everything we have in here, all of these chests with this higgledy-piggledy storage, over to the actual storage building that we've made, and perhaps extend that storage building out as well to make it a bit bigger, as in just put more chests in and stuff like that, more layers. Then when that's done, we can turn this into just all about comfort so that we can get a better rested buff. Obviously, with the fine wood that we've just collected, we now have a lot more available to us. We have things like the banners, for example, for extra comfort, also some furniture things as well. So yeah, that's going to be really helpful in getting us an extra rested buff, which, as you guys know, if you play this game, is also really, really useful. So one thing I'd really like to do now is get ourselves a lot more troll armor, because right now I have one piece of troll armor that hasn't even been upgraded, and then I've also got my rag tunic, and that's nowhere near enough armor at all, especially because we'd like to fight the Elder. So what I was thinking is, if we make a boat, we could sail off from here up towards the Elder. Of course, the Elder is in a Black Forest biome, so that means that when we get there, we'll be in a Black Forest. We can hopefully kill some trolls over time, upgrade our armor, and then eventually fight it, and we can explore it. So for now, I'm just going to put this down here. I'll just call this KX for Kaizen Exploration. I will make a portal room as part of this village build, which we'll keep coming back to. But let's start sailing off to the Elder. I'll make sure I take the materials with me to make another portal so we can get to and from our base nice and quick and get a bit of a foothold in the Black Forest biome with the Elder. So let's go ahead and make up our boat over here. So let's see, we place that down there, place down the carve over here. Make sure it's facing the right way, and let's get it out in the water a little bit. Yeah, should be okay. And then we're going to sail over there now. So let's see, if I look on the map, it shouldn't be too far. There might be a landmass in between us and the Elder, but it might just be ocean as well. So I guess we'll find out. So here we go, our first little boat voyage on our new world. And actually have the winds somewhat with me right now, which is a little bit strange, but also kind of cool. Although, yeah, actually, no, it's going to be even more with me when I start heading the right way, so that's pretty awesome. And eventually, this could be quite a nice dock area as well. It's got like a nice little harbour shape, like a natural harbour shape to it. Oh, I'm about to crash. Me and boat rides, guys. If anyone's been watching this channel for any length of time, you guys know I suck at boat rides in Valheim. Anyway, let's head over there and see what we see on the way. Okay, looks like we have hit a landmass before we've made it to the Elder Island. The good news is, though, it is Black Forest, so that's exactly what we're looking for. And we can pitch up here, try and kill some trolls. I have made a fine wood bow as well, so we have got a better bow than we had before, obviously. There's a bit of a meadows here as well. We can land somewhat in a meadows biome to be a bit safer, which is cool. I'll set up my portal here as well in case the worst happens and try and get a bit of a foothold in this island. But yeah, the main thing we're looking for is definitely going to be trolls. All right, so let's place down our crafting bench. Let's place down our portal just like this. Yeah, that'll do for now. And just name it something. And then I always like to make sure I mark this on the map so that when we're coming back, we can easily find it again. And to that end, we'll zoom in on the mini-map a bit as well. Now, we'll go off in a bit of an adventure, so we can use our Eikther as well for that. And if it gets to being too late, like I think it's coming to be nighttime soon, then, you know, we can always come back and try again. But let's see what we find. Okay, so we do actually have a troll cave here. And there's a couple troll caves on my main island, but once you kill the troll in the troll cave, then the trolls stop spawning outside. So I was hesitant to do that on the main island, but now that we're in here, I don't really see any reason not to, other than the fact that we may die. But you know what? It'll be good fun, so let's give it a go. Okay, so the way I like to do this is always just sneak with my bow. If I had the chitin knife, then we definitely use that. Unfortunately, we do not. And then it's all about knowing your dodge rolls, really. So, yeah, getting good at those is definitely the way to do this. But anyway, there we go. Look at that hit there with a fine wood bow. We got him off to like a really good hit on the start. Want to watch out for when he's throwing rocks. But other than that, it's just a case of dodge rolling out the way at the right time. And we can come over here a bit. Let's get behind him. Save our stamina for this fight whenever we can. We just kind of let him attack us and then roll out the way. Of course, once we defeat this, we don't just get the troll stuff. We'll also get the treasure that's in here as well. There'll be the chest at the back and the other treasure, so that's pretty cool. And luckily the troll's nice and slow, so when he hits us, oh yeah, we get out of the way a bit. Oh wait, okay, this is really bad. I didn't mean to come out here. Now, okay, this could pose somewhat of a problem because when I get back in, it's possible the troll's right there, and 59 health with the armor I've got may not be enough. Okay, what to do? All right, I think I'll be okay. What I'm gonna do is just walk in nice and slow, make sure I've got all my stamina, and then I'm just gonna make sure that I'm like ready to dodge roll straight away in case that happens. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. And then we'll get over here, let's get our bow back, and we're good. All right, so I guess that's the way we deal with that if that happens. Just be ready to dodge roll straight away once you get back in, and then you'll probably be okay. Okay, save some stamina, let him hit us again, but get out of the way. He's pretty low now. Let's get into the point where we should be okay at least. Let's come over here. I'm trying not to roll out the door again. So if we can avoid that happening, we want to. Okay, rolling towards him when he's doing that is always really scary. Like, I know that if you time the dodge roll right, it's fine. But it's still something that's like kind of hard to get your head around. So you're like, oh, he's about to hit right exactly where I am. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we're all good. Just about. Okay, now I should have saved some more stamina than this. But we had just enough to dodge roll out the way. And he's almost dead. Let's give it one more of these. And hopefully this will be the shot that kills him. There we go. All right. So another troll down. At least that gives us a little bit more armor. We'll keep exploring the rest of the Black Forest outside of here. Let's grab, let's grab these mushrooms, and also we'll grab the treasure in here, see what else we get. So here we are, day 25. Haven't had a sleep, but it dawned on me that now that we're back home, we can actually make up some extra armor. So it makes sense to make the hood first, because that's the bit that we don't have right now. The rag tunic doesn't provide much armor, but at least it's something. So let's put that on. And our armor goes up there to 13 now. Very, very low still. But, you know, it's a little bit of something. Hopefully over time as well, we're going to start upgrading our armor. You can see, by the way, I'm starting to get a bit of storage in order, so that's good. Because that was really driving me crazy. But yeah, so we're making little improvements along the way. It's not too bad. All right, good news, guys. We've got ourselves another troll and out in the open as well. I am being chased by some grey dwarfs here. In fact, there's a nest up here. So what I'll do, I might take this down. We unfortunately don't have our stag breaker on us, but we'll get these seeds from taking out this nest, which we'll need in order to take down the elder, of course, or in order to spawn him in. All right, let's go try and find that troll. Those other grey dwarf brutes seem to have lost interest in me. I don't know what happened, but they just kind of ran off. If we go down this way, I can see that there's not really much around here. We should be okay. I'm hoping to not fight the brutes at the same time as the troll, but I reckon we'll be all right. So let's try and get a headshot in on him, maybe about there. Yeah, I look pretty good. If we do the sneak attack headshot, oh wow, it's a 1-star. All right, so that's why it didn't do much damage. But the good news is we will be able to, oh my goodness, if we kill him, we'll get more drops, right? So kind of glad we got the 1-star, although it is a little bit scary to fight him because you can see each bullet here, each arrow doesn't do much damage. And if he hits us, he's going to hit pretty hard. But yeah, wish me luck in this one, guys. And of course, the grey dwarf brutes come back now. Of course they do. I was happy to fight them. Oh man, they ran away. They tricked me. They tricked me good. Okay, I'm actually not sure the best way to do this. Do I try and take down the brutes first? Or do I take down the troll first? Probably the brutes, because the troll is nice and slow. We can get some upper ground on him, use his own little house here against us, whereas the brutes are better at following us. So yeah, oh, that was close. All right, let's get some carrot seeds while we're here, because why not? But this could be a bit of a drawn out fight, actually. We are getting down a decent amount of his health, as you can see. If those brutes don't come back, that'd be good. They seem to have gone away again. The pathfinding seems a bit weird. We don't mind that too much, though, because it means they're not coming near us so much. And luckily the troll is nice and slow, so hopefully we're going to be right in this fight. All right, there we go. He bites the dust, and we still actually have 42 arrows left. Not having to fight those brutes made a massive difference. So yeah, let's grab all of his things, all his nice blue leather right there. Oh boy, that's good. We got a lot there. Yeah, we got 10 troll leather from that one, as you see right here, 10 troll hides, so that's very good. I'm going to grab the rest of the blueberries I saw down here, just because Queen's Jam is actually so useful and takes us through to even some later parts of the game, like even in the swamp and stuff. It's still a really useful food for some parts of that, so let's grab these. And then we might as well do the troll cave while we're here as well. I think we have enough arrows left to do that one. And then we'll look to get ourselves back and make up some more armor. Okay, so we do now have full troll armor right here, which is getting very wet as the storm has just started. And if I go to the map, you can see here, it's kind of a really long, thin, mostly Black Forest island we have here. And there was several troll caves I managed to explore there, so we've even managed to upgrade our tunic. On top of that, we did get a ton of carrot seeds from it, so it's pretty cool. What I'd like to do now is make up a few more things before I head off again. So the first thing is a cultivator. I want to make up one of those. And the reason for that is so that we can go farming and farm all those carrots from the seeds that we got there. So basically, I've laid out a little area over here where we can do our farm around all of the bees. So let's go and plant all these carrots now. And they can be growing while we're out exploring, I should say. So here we go, almost 100 carrot seeds. And we're definitely not going to need that many for this small farm, but it's good to have them nonetheless. And of course, by planting them now, they can then be growing while we're out exploring. I just realized I actually need to cultivate this land first. And there we go, our farm is now planted, so while we're off exploring, that can all be growing. It really surprised me, actually. We only have 9 seeds left from that, so we must have planted almost 90 different carrots in there, which is way more than I thought we'd get in that size. Just goes to show, especially when you're starting out in the game, you actually don't need a very big area to set up your first farm. So what I think I'll do now is go back through the portal, so that'll take us back to here. Our boat is nearby. Then we'll sail around this island and try and find the actual Elder Island. This Black Forest island right here could be really useful for farming anything Black Forest related in the future, but getting to the Elder would be really cool. The other thing is I'd love to find a Leviathan and get some chitin in, and if we do find a sea serpent, then it would be a good idea to fight that. We've got the firewood bow, we've got the arrows and stuff. We should be alright to do that. So let's see what we find along the way and go off and do a bit more exploring. Okay, here we go, coming into land on where the Elder should be on this island, and looks like, yeah, we got a meadows again. We're getting quite lucky here, actually. So that's great. We can just kind of pitch up our boat there, make a nice safe portal in the area, and then do a bit of exploring. If I see some trolls, I might as well kill them and just upgrade our armor. Other than that, though, then we've got our foothold, and it won't be long until we're ready to actually fight the Elder, so that's pretty cool. I'm just about to do some wood cutting for my base, just getting some extra wood, of course, and I thought I'd have a quick chat about the idea behind this project of a forever world. So with Valheim, I've obviously played a ton of Valheim, and one thing that I like is to have a world that sometimes I can just come on and play just completely for fun, and not feel guilty about the fact I'm not recording it, because I always feel a little guilty if I play Valheim without doing some kind of recording or video behind it. But if I was working on a forever world and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm not recording this particular bit, but you know, the next time I do a video or a live stream on here, then you know, I will be recording it. So that's kind of my plan. Also, there's been quite a few times when I've just wanted to stream Valheim as well and just hang out with people who like Valheim whilst playing the game, and I've never really had like a world to do that on either. So with this, I don't even know if I should call it a series, because I'm not sure, you know, how often I'll upload videos or streams, but that'll be the plan. Every now and again, I'll revisit this world, we'll do a stream, we'll do a video, whatever the case may be. And even sometimes I'll just do stuff completely off camera just because I want to, because I want to enjoy Valheim. It seemed like a good time to do it, because the Deep North update, when that comes out, that is of course going to be Valheim 1.0, and that'll probably be out in sort of 6-7 months time. So all I really need to do is make sure on my map that I don't go all the way up to the Deep North. I can just explore everything down here. And then we'll have all the biomes up this way that will be open to us. So it doesn't always work out entirely like that, but there will be plenty of biomes we haven't explored, including the Deep North, so that this can be a forever world. There's not going to be an update in the future where I'll need to start over again. and I'll just keep revisiting it. Now, obviously, if I do anything significant off camera, then I'll mention that when I do the next video or the next live stream or whatever. And to that end, if you want to see me stream, I do stream on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, so whichever platform you prefer. Links to my Twitch will be down in the video description. Also, if you have any questions about this Forever World, or if you're thinking of starting your own or anything like that, let me know down in the comments. Always happy to hang out there and have a bit of a chat. But I just wanted to do a little bit of an explanation as to the idea behind this, and then in a few weeks' time or a few months' time, if I come out with a video and I've done more, you guys won't be surprised. Well, as you can see, our carrots have now grown, so this is really awesome. We're now going to unlock all the recipes here that you see on the screen. In particular, the carrot soup is really useful for that extra stamina early on in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this farm and replant. Then we're going to upgrade our food. Really nice early game progression to give ourselves a much better chance against the Elder, and also obviously just more stamina for when we're building or exploring or resource gathering, anything like that. So yeah, pretty happy with this, and we should get a ton of carrots from this farm as well. All right, so if we go to the cauldron now, the carrot soup you see here, so it takes 1 mushroom and 3 carrots each time. Now, what I need to make sure I do actually is take these 30 here, roughly 1/3 of our harvest, and keep them separate. That way we can then replant. Let's grab all our mushrooms out here and see how much of the carrot soup we can actually make. With our carrot farm now replanted, I think it's a good time to start looking to build a wall around our base, get a bit of defenses going on. And to that end, I've got a ton of wood here. As you see, the bronze axe really sped things up there, even without the Elder ability. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan right now. Let's just grab out a load of wood to get started on this. But yeah, we're going to build these stake walls, things like this, around the little town that we've made here. The little, well, village town might be overselling it a bit. Incidentally, I did sort of change this area here. So this will be our portals for now. So I reckon we could get 2 either side of this one that's already here. So that'd be 5 portals, which is plenty for our starter base. Once we, start to expand, we'll have a much bigger base with a whole portal room and stuff in a whole new area. But yeah, the plan is to just kind of build these rough stake walls around. I want to make sure that I leave like a bit of grass, like in between any buildings and the area here. A couple reasons for that. First of all, I might put like a little area to shoot out with arrows and stuff. Second of all, I think it looks kind of nice to have a bit of grass in between, and it looks kind of more natural. And then also, like, if we ever want to do any expansions or anything, we'll have the ability to do that. The other thing as well is, like, we've got a really good example here. So this is at 1 level, and I can't snap this stake wall on. I have to build it like a little bit higher or dig out the land. When it's like that, I want to try to just build it higher each time or lower each time, rather than digging out the land. So that way it kind of conforms to the more natural terrain around here, because I'm trying to go for like a more authentic-y sort of actual Viking village build. So hopefully that'll look good. So I'll just kind of build this all the way around. It's going to be pretty boring for you guys to watch. So I'll give you like updates if there are any that are important, and then we'll see how it looks at the end. One final thing to mention is as we come down this way, this is going to be a dock area, which I also want to build in today's video. So we're going to do that in a minute. So we'll have some sort of gateway door going down through here. This works quite nicely, and then we'll do a bit of terraforming and stuff, and then we'll put some gates in other sections too. Again, I'll give you little updates as we do this building as it goes along. All right, so as you can see, we got a protected portal right here, and then just over here a little bit is the Elder spawn point. I didn't want to have it too close because then during the Elder fight, it's going to get destroyed and stuff like that. Now, we're not ready for the Elder fight yet. I mean, we could do it, but I would rather not like cheese it with campfires too much. I'd rather actually fight him properly. So I want to get some more bronze gear before I do that, especially like a bronze shield would be really good. Maybe a bronze sword, stuff like that, and also get it upgraded. In the meantime, I have been doing some building though, so let's head back to the base and I'll give you a little update on some of the things we've added to our little starter Viking village thing. Okay, so here we are back at the base. Obviously I started the wall earlier on, and that has now been finished. So this wall does go the entirety of the way around the base. There are gates in several locations with somewhat smooth roads. When I'm taking carts in and out, some of these, yeah, might need changing. We have a few of these points as well, where we can come up here with a bow and shoot out. And every time we have one of those points, I've put a lot of these things in the ground. These are, if we go to miscellaneous, these stake things right here, the sharp stakes. This is mainly me gearing up for troll attacks, because as soon as we kill the Elder, the troll raid will come next. So the idea is that I can get to one of these platforms and be inside my base, and then I can shoot out at the trolls in, relative safety. And in doing so, I'll also be able to kite them over. So if they're over here a bit and I'm shooting them, they'll start walking over this way, and the spikes will do some extra damage. So yeah, we'll see how it goes over time. Actually, this is quite a good vantage point. You can see here the wall going all the way around. So this starter village is almost at the point I wanted it to be at today. There are a couple more things to do. One, I would like to get some boar in here. Ideally, at least one star, or a 2-star would be amazing, but I think it might be hard to get on Starter Island. And the other thing that I'd like to do is get some sort of very basic dock going out the back here. So this will be where we can obviously set sail from each time. So there's a couple more things I'm going to work on before we finish today. I have now built the dock, as you can see here. So it's very simple, but it's only for the carved boat. We're going to get a longboat in at the other base. And I've done like a little walkway along here with some lights and a bit of fencing and stuff like that to get us over to the dock. And it's in a pretty good location because from here we can head off into the open ocean and get there very quickly. So fairly happy with how this is. It was meant to be quite simplistic, so yeah, I think that's not too bad. On top of that, we do have a couple of boar that we've trapped in here now, and one of them has been tamed. The other one was getting all grumpy. I've taken away all of the torches that were nearby because I think that was what was slowing him down. I'm hoping this one here is not too close. I think we're going to be good. So then we'll have a couple of named boar right there, or tamed boar right there, I should say. However, in terms of actually naming them, I think I'll save that for a live stream and we'll do something with that then. So we will name them in the future. And yeah, pretty happy with how the space is taking shape right now. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you are going to start your own Forever World or have any suggestions for mine or anything like that, do let me know down in the comments. But for now, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.